right. Well, first of all, I appreciate you guys having me. A lot of you guys have been coaching a lot longer than I have, so it's an honor to talk to you guys. And as Drew said, I don't have any film on my personal laptop, so just got a PowerPoint, so it should be a little quicker than normal. But at Louisville here, we run the wide zone. We run outside zone, inside zone. That takes up about 98% of our plays in terms of run game wise, and it's pretty evenly split between the wide zone and the inside zone. But really, the wide zone is what our offense is built off of. Up front on the offensive line, we talk about three things: speed off the ball, toughness, and finish. And we feel that the wide zone allows us to do all those things. You'll see this sign up all across our building: front side wins games, back side wins championships. We feel that if you get the proper cuts on the back side and if you take care of the back side, that it will allow you to win championships, and that's what we feel really makes us play. So our keys to success for the wide zone is we want to get stretch on the front side. We want those defenders to feel threatened. So that 5 technique, if he has a C gap, we want him to feel like his C gap is getting threatened. So we want stretch on the front side. We want stretch on the front side. We want to get those front side defenders running. And you do that by first taking a positive first step. Now, positive doesn't mean up the field. It realistically means more lateral. It's almost physically impossible to step up the field when you're trying to get the defender's outside armpit. So we're going to take a lateral step. And I wish I had film right now, because you'd see we take PVC pipes and we cut them at 18 inches. So we use that. Our offensive line splits are 18 inches. So we set those right next to the tackle's foot, basically parallel with his foot. So he's got to step over that pipe. Take a good positive first step. We know it's not going to be up the field. It's more flat down the line of scrimmage. We never say lose ground. Sometimes they do lose ground a little bit, but we don't never want to tell our guys that they're going to lose ground. And then once you get to your landmark, get vertical. So we talk about how fast can you get to your landmark and get vertical. The landmark for everybody all across the board is the play side armpit or outside armpit, whatever you want to call it. So how fast can you get that outside armpit, and how fast can you get vertical? So we want to get stretch on the front side, and we want to create a wall on the back side. And you can do that a couple different ways. Number one, just your regular outside zone. Everyone working front side, you got to get cuts on the back side. You at least have to throw on the back side. Even if you don't get them down, it's going to slow them down. So you got to cut, you got to throw. At Louisville here, if you don't cut on the backside, we count it as an MA. Just how we do it, and it works pretty well. You can also do it by locking the backside, locking the 3-5. You can do it by scheme. You can do it by inserting the backside or inserting the tight end backside. You can do it a couple different ways. But you want to get stretch on the front side and create a wall on the backside. Those are the two most important things. For the running back, you got to get to your landmark. His aiming point is the outside leg of the tight end or outside leg of the ghost tight end if it's to an open end side. We call it a one cut up system. So you're not cutting back, you're cutting up the field. And tempo by the running back can't be too fast, can't be too slow, and you got to press your course. For the fullback really makes our outside zone go. In our 2-back system, the fullback has to know where he's inserting and who he's working to. And he's going to key, just base 4 down, he's going to key the 5 technique. And we teach the fullback to run the play like he's running the ball carrier. So if the 5 technique gets reach, he's going to go outside. 5 technique keeps contained, and the fullback's going to insert. And a lot of times, if any of you guys will watch any of our film, the H-back, fullback, tight end, or whatever you want to call it, he doesn't even end up on the assigned defender. He's more of an eraser and just swabs it up. QB, he's got to have the backside, respect our keeper game. We run a lot of nakeds here at Louisville, and they are really, really good to us with our quarterback, who's pretty dynamic. and they've been really good to us. And then for wide receivers, they really make a normal play turn into an explosive play by your downfield blocks, and they have to know who to block. It's not always the same person. And the why. Why do we run outside zone? It's simple for our guys up front. It eliminates any guesswork, and it allows them to play fast. In Indy, throughout the entire spring, fall camp, every day during game prep, it's the same Indy over and over and over again. So all these guys are doing every day during Indy is the same blocks, one after another, over and over and over again, and they know all the adjustments off it. They know how to block it up into cross dog, into a nat stunt, into your NCAA blitz. We practice it so much, and it's simple for those guys. It allows them to play fast. And it's one run play that is out of a lot of different formations and motions, but to the defense, it all looks different. And like I said, it allows us to master our Indian combo blocks. And that last bullet point down there, it's hard to fit. It's really hard to fit for a defense, especially the secondary guys. I wish I had filmed, because there's some great clips of the safety has no idea where to fit, and next thing you know, it's by him. So for the offensive line, you want to get that play side armpit, and you got to get vertical. We're not trying to hook the defender. We're not trying to do any of that. We want to stay square, get to that defender's outside armpit, and get vertical. And you want to have a strong inside hand. But how fast can you get that landmark and get vertical? The front side tackle is going to make the play go in terms of up front. So he's got to declare the read for the running back. If he gets his hat to the outside, then the running back knows he's hitting it outside right now. If the 5 technique keeps contained, the tackle's still going to threaten that defensive end and try to get vertical and try to get that outside armpit, knowing he's not going to. Then the running back will cut up. The O-line is in know where help is coming from. Every play we run outside zone-wise, you have help to your inside, no matter who it is, whether it's the guard, the center, the fullback, whoever it is, you always have help, so it allows you to play fast. A lot of guys, a lot of NFL teams, they run wide zone where it's a lot of single blocks. We don't run it that way. We do it a little bit different. We keep everybody front side. That next point, play side gap takes precedence. You own your play side gap. Like I said, you must create a wall on the backside through cuts or locking or scheme. For the running back, we put the running back's toes at 8 yards. We're a pistol team. We never run it offset. To me and to us, it's a completely different play offset. So we're always in pistol, toes at 8 yards. When we drop or scissor step, again, your running back's landmark track is to the outside leg of the tight end or the outside leg of the ghost tight end. Now his read is a 5 technique. His read's a 5 technique, and his secondary read is a next defensive lineman inside of him. And we tell him on the 3rd step, so he's going to scissor or drop step and set his track or angle to the outside leg of tight end or ghost tight end. And on the 3rd step, he's going to make his decision whether he's going to stay wide or cut up. And on the 5th step, he's going to execute it. Quarterback, again, we're a pistol team. We don't really do anything under center. But if you are under center, open to 4 and 8 o'clock. In the pistol, we put our quarterback's heels at 5 yards. And we tell them you really want to open up to 4 and 8 o'clock, but realistically, it's 3 or 9 o'clock, basically directly sideways. But you want to get the ball as deep and wide as possible to the running back. For the receiver, you have to understand the key terms. So if you're blocking the 4th player, you got to go block the 4th player. If the O-line or H-back is taking care of the 4th player, then you got to bypass to the safety, and that is key for the wide receiver. So you always have that 4th player block. As Drew said, that's the end of my PowerPoint. We had a lot of film to go along with it, but that was, I don't know what happened. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts.
PowerPoint for you guys. Hope you guys got something out of that, because the film was pretty good to kind of go along with it a little bit. So if you guys got any questions.
So the one question that popped up already was how much do you guys run inside zone? out of pistol as well?
We do. Outside zone is all pistol. Inside zone, we'll do we really run it 3 ways. We have our pistol, just straight opening up inside zone, where the running back's landmarks outside leg of the guard. That's your straight handoff, no zone read, nothing. And then in pistol, we'll run our midline inside zone. So quarterback's hopping off the midline, running back straight downhill through the butt of the quarterback, butt of the center. And then we'll run our offset inside zone as well.
And then do you ever run any split flow wide zone with your H going backside?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We do. We don't do it a ton. That's not our most prominent wide zone play, but we do run it just to give the defense a little bit of a different look if they're keying the H back.
Cool. All right, well, that was it for questions, man. I appreciate you going through all the hoops to get on here tonight. It was crazy trying to get your thoughts.
Sorry for no film, guys, but again, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.